Today we're going to start our Logo with a Twist project. I will explore different logo designs so I can learn about how graphic designers create logos using distinct letter forms and identifiable colors. I will know I have it when I have created a recognizable logo and I have personalized it using my own name. First thing you're going to do is you're going to choose a logo that has already been created. You want to choose a logo that is easily recognizable, but something you can also creatively insert your name into that logo. We want it to look when it's finished where we just assume, maybe for example, it says McDonald's, only it really says Michael or whatever instead of McDonald's. So we're looking for things like that. The best thing to do if you're searching and if you can't think of something off of your head is just do a Google search on popular logos, or you can start, like if your name starts with a letter L, you can say try logos that start with the letter L and see what comes up. You just need to be careful though that it is something that most people will recognize. I have some examples of things students have done in the past. One was the logo for Comerica Bank. He called it Connor Bank, and his name was Connor. Taco Bell was another one that was popular, Taco Bella, for our students named Isabella. We also had one that was really creative by Serena. Instead of Swedish fish, she did Swerina fish, where she left the SW in there, and it really did look like Swedish fish. And I'll show that example to you later. We also have I had Sophia do Sofritos for Fritos, and Aubrey did Abritas instead of Adidas. So those are just some examples of things that maybe you would consider doing with your name. Here are some examples of student artwork, and the very first thing you're going to do is on a small piece of paper, you are going to draw the logo. I'm suggesting a 4x4, could be 5x5, 6, just something smaller. You don't want to do it on a really big piece of paper. So here's the example of Sophia did Sofritos. There's the Connors Bank. Here's one that Luke did for Legos. Instead of Lego, he wrote Luco. Here's our Adidas for Abritas, and then this is the Serena fish that I told you about. Again, they're just doing the logo. So Fritos, she actually did a whole bag of Fritos, and you'll see how she ended up doing her project in the end. Because what we're going to do is once we have these drawn, we're going to digitally put them into another photo. Once you have it drawn, you want to try and use the same font the best you can, so you're using a reference of this, and then you'll color it to the best of your ability to get it to look like it would if it were being used by the original logo. From there, you are going to take a picture of it, of your logo, and you will save it to your computer. The next thing you're going to do is go online and search for a place you would expect to see that logo, whether it's the side of a building, a truck, anything else where you're going to put that logo. We had somebody do, instead of Gatorade, they did GGAid, and so they put it on a Gatorade bottle. So you have to decide where you're going to put it. Then you're going to take your logo that you have put onto your computer, and you're going to insert it into that photograph so it looks like a part of it. Then you're going to have to do some altering and editing to the photo to make it look like it's one photograph. If you have a program that will do that, like Photoshop, you can do whatever you want to get it to look like one photograph. That does not matter. I'm just using iPicky. The link to it is right here. I will also post it in Google Classroom. The reason I'm doing that is that's what we use if we were in school, because it is internet based. You do not need to install anything onto your computer. You can just go right to the website. I am limited in my ability to this because honestly, I have not sat down and spent tons and tons of time on it. This is something you're going to have to work out, which I know you can. You kids are great with technology. You do need to save your work as you go or you will lose it. So you'll want to save it onto your computer so that you can come back and work on it later. Here are some examples of what we did. Isabel did this Isabel Ella. This elephant on the left was her drawing that she did. We then took a photograph and we saved it on the computer. She then pulled it up and decided to put it on the back of a t-shirt. So she found a picture online of a girl in a t-shirt, her back, and then she put this on here. And you can see it looks exactly like that. It looks like a picture on a picture. So from there, she went with a coloring tool and she matched up the t-shirt the best that she could, and painstakingly went around and filled it in pink. So this is what ended up happening, and this is her final project right here, the t-shirt where it looks like her logo is put right on the t-shirt. Here are some finished examples of projects that you can see. What we did with the Fritos, this is actually the finished project, and in class what we did is we printed the photograph, and we took her original drawing and we mounted them together on a piece of paper so that we could show this is what we started with and this is what we did digitally. When you get ready to turn in, I just want you to you're going to turn in both of them to me. You will turn this in and you will turn this in so that I can see what you did. You aren't going to print, you don't have to print them. You certainly can if you want to, but you don't have to print them since you can turn it in digitally to me. So what we did with this is, and we cut out the Frito bag ahead of time, and she actually put this, I'm trying to remember, it was really took us a lot of time. We put it on a Frito bag so that you can see the top of the bag here, and then inserted the bag onto a plate of tacos. And so that's how she worked this one. This is the Gatorade bottle. This is what she started out with, and this is what it looked like when she put it on there. Actually, now that I see it, she didn't put the Gigi, her name Gigi Raid on there instead of Gatorade, but this is her logo right here that she put on there. Here's Connor's Bank. I really like this one just because when you look at this photograph right here, it takes you a minute before you realize that it doesn't say Comerica, it says Connor on it. Here's the Luco. This is our finished Serena fish right here on a package of Swedish fish. And Bethany did Bethany King instead of Burger King. You can see up here, this is very nicely done. When you look up here, it really looks like it could say Burger King. And then Abritas for Adidas, she put it on a t-shirt. So those are some examples. This is what you're working for. I want you probably know more than I do about photo editing. So I hope you enjoy this project. I think it's a great one to do at home because we're all about technology right now. Please feel free to email me if you have any questions. I am going to put up another video on demonstrating iPicky. And we'll see. I'm going to do it separately because I am under a time limit on my video. Good luck, and I can't wait to see what you produce.